Hello, everybody. Dave Eastman with Morris Hall. I also have with me Tim Kerrigan with Clark Street Financial and Kevin Stephens with Stephens and Company, our CPA firm. Just want to go over with everybody a couple of very important dates to keep in mind with all that's been happening with the coronavirus, COVID-19. So hopefully this short video is useful to you as you go back and refer to it for dates to keep in mind. They're going to be important to you. For taxes and for your retirement accounts. I'll start off with just the Secure Act that was passed at the end of 2019. Just remember that if you did not turn 70 and a half in 2019, then you can wait to take your first required minimum distribution until you're 72 in the year in which you turn 72. So Secure Act has changed that and extended it out to 72 instead of 70 and a half now. Tim, any dates that you want to make sure people are mindful of?
Yeah, well, as it relates to some of the changes now with the Secure Act as well as now with the CARE Act and going through that, if people are looking to take loans from their 401k, at least as it stands now, those loans need to be processed through and worked with your plan sponsor by September 23rd of this year. If people have existing loans outstanding before the recent legislation was passed, they can actually delay the loan repayment for up to 1 year if the repayment was due between March 23rd and the year end of 2020 for this year and going through that. And then obviously with, as you were hitting on, Dave, with RMDs being pushed out and not needing to be taken this year. The other important date to keep in mind is there is the opportunity of 60-day rollovers. So if some dollars were already pulled out this year that would have applied to your RMD, there is a potential of maybe getting those dollars back into your account if that works out for you, and obviously would help you from a tax standpoint in looking through with that. Kevin, you got some other things you want to go through on the dates on the tax side?
We got dates. I think as widely reported, the April 15th tax deadline has been extended automatically without an extension, but by virtue of the law until July 15th. And so, excuse me, nobody has to file an extension. That is an extension to file, as well as an extension to pay tax. And so if you've already filed your tax return for 2019 and have a balance due, that check or payment does not need to be made until July 15th. There will be no penalty or interest on not having paid that by April 15th. And the state of Arizona has done likewise. So that's certainly an opportunity and a relief to some. Now, it's important for people who, especially people who are due a refund, to go ahead and file and get that refund. And even if you're going to owe tax, I'm encouraging people to get it filed so that you know what you owe. Just because you file on April 1st and owe tax, again, doesn't mean you have to pay it until July 15th. Now, when it comes to estimated tax payments for 2020, normally the first quarter estimated tax payment is due on April 15th. That has also been pushed to July 15th. So you've got a 3-month deferral on that. Only tricky part about that one is the second quarter estimated tax payment due on June 15th has not been extended. So you've got a situation where the second quarter estimated payment is due a month before the first quarter estimated payment. That's Tim Kerrigan math.
True.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I was always love when we got those things keeping up there.
Now that's true as of today, April 2nd, and could be changed or modified by subsequent law or regulation. But those are the big ones we're talking to people about.
As far as, Kevin, real quick, as far as the estate tax returns go, maybe hit on that just a tad, and then also realize with your estate tax return, let's say that death occurred in October, November of 2019 when the market was doing pretty well. And now we've got depressed assets. Maybe Kevin, just talk about with the estate tax return, what would be better to be doing in that situation if we do have an estate tax, which valuation we would rather be using.
Sure. So So first on timing, you still got the 9-month due date that hasn't been changed. You do have a 6-month extension you can do when it comes to Form 706. I will say the gift tax return has also been automatically extended, and so the gift tax return is not due on April 15th either. Dave, what you were referring to is your alternate valuation date. You've got an option on an estate tax return, if it behooves you, to choose a date 9 months from the date of death. And we won't get into all the scenarios where that might be advantageous, but certainly there are some. And with the market doing what it has done lately, that would certainly be something we would want to look at in the right situation.
Thanks, Kevin. And so it's important to look at, excuse me, with that alternate valuation date, because if the value of the estate was let's just call it 12, 13 million, and you're a single person in October, November of 2019, and we can use an alternate valuation date, which I believe it's 6 months after 6 months after the date. And so let's say that we do that alternate valuation date of 6 months after, and now we're in a situation that we're in with the market, and it pushes our estate down to under that estate tax exemption amount, which today is 11.58 million. We've just solved a tax problem, correct?
That is correct. Thanks for that speaking here. You called me out on. You're right. It is a 6-month alternate.
We never like to miss a chance to call you out on something like that. Come on now.
A lot of dates flying around here right now. There's been nothing going on with respect to the tax law, so I should have easily had that one. Apologize.
Hey, and the key is that's the important part, is the collaborative approach, right? We're all working together. We have each other's back. We're here to help each other. So if one of us maybe missteps or misspeaks, the other one's going to pick it up and help each other out. So
it's the ultimate team approach. Everybody's working together and enjoying pointing out when somebody makes a misstep. You don't have a better team than that.
And I like how much we've talked about it in the last 90 seconds too. So that's great.
Yeah. Well, we thought this would be important to everybody. Hopefully it's a good resource for you to use as far as dates go. We're here to help any way that we can. Feel free to reach out to any one of us. We'll be happy to answer any additional questions that you may have with all these changes that are going on. We certainly know that it's a confusing time. There's a lot going on. We want to be a resource for you or you can go to get a good answer and an honest answer when it comes to your financial plan, your estate plan, and your taxes. So happy to help any way we can, and hopefully this video has been of some help. Take care.